Hi, I'm in New Mexico. It's really nice here, about 55 degrees. I want to introduce a video from the Science of Consciousness conference in 2016. This segment was hosted by Deepak Chopra, who is very influential in the world of science. He has many contemporaries and peers that admire and respect him. He's a promoter of consciousness studies. He's knowledgeable in many different fields, and he has some of his friends, some very influential, prestigious scientists, neuroscientists, evolutionary biologists, genetic biologists, speaking about consciousness and the new findings of that. So what they're saying is that consciousness drives genetic expression. Through our living consciously, we change our biological destiny, and we change our evolutionary destiny, and we change the destiny of our children, and we change what happens within our lifetimes through genetic encoding, through consciousness, the epigenetics influences of consciousness on gene expression. And all human behavior is shown to influence this genetic replication, this coding of the gene, this information. And consciousness is shown to be a system of information, a field of information that is found in all biological systems. All biological systems, from the single-celled organism to us, to social systems, are complex systems that are self-organizing, self-regulating, recursive, in that they learn as they become more complex. They gain the ability to increase in further complexity. So that's recursive. So there's a movement towards development. Evolution shows us this. There's no random. There's very random mutations play a very minimal role. Systems, biological systems, are sentient from the smallest, from the earliest, most primitive form of biological systems, in the sense that they are driven by a fear and desire response in relation to the environment. And this creates the most primitive genetic code, those two, that duality, fear and desire. So the idea is that consciousness is a system of flow of information found throughout all natural systems that creates emergent phenomenon and complex systems. And it's shown beautifully in this video. It's easy to understand. So in other words, you're changing right through becoming more conscious. You're creating your destiny. Through your habits and behavior, you're changing your genetic expression, and you're changing your destiny, and that of your children. And that all behaviors now are understood to be hereditary. Things like intelligence, depression, disease, health. All disease and health are genetic changes in the genetic code of the proteins and the DNA structure. So this is all thought to be part of consciousness. And it's explained very simply, and you'll see Deepak draws the scientists in to make conclusions even though they don't want to. And it's very interesting to watch. Great stuff.